forward. What a cycle we have lived through. This has been one of the most challenging real estate cycles in the history of our country, not to mention one of the most challenging cycles for our economy as a whole. And I have to tell you that I, for one, am very glad to see this past decade come to an end. I don't know about any of you. But today, we get to look forward. We get to look forward not only to the beginning of a new decade, not only to the beginning of a new spring buying season, but more importantly, we get to look forward to the beginning of a new cycle in the real estate business. And you know, it's one thing that is fantastic about this industry is that it is cyclical. And so I get to stand here and guarantee you one thing, that this market is going to improve. Yes, please. In fact, the National Association of Realtors reports that unit sales have increased 16.1% year over year to an adjusted annual rate of 5.35 million units. Nationally, nationally, inventory is down 5.8% to an 8-month supply. The median home price around the country is up 3.8% to 170,700 homes. Sales have been above year-ago levels for 9 straight months. Now that's a key statistic. Here's another key statistic. Inventory has been below year-ago levels for 20 consecutive months. Yeah, please, you can applaud it if you like. There's no denying the success that the first-time homebuyer tax credit has had on the marketplace. And in fact, in the month of March, 44% of every home was sold to a first-timer. Of course, there's many contracts that are in escrow currently as a result of the expiration of the contract date on April 30. And we should continue to see first-timer performance up through the June 30 expiration of the closing date. We all know that a change month to month doesn't speak to a trend. However, I think that a few of these statistics certainly speak to a broad recovery in the housing industry, and that is extremely exciting for those of us who have lived through this cycle. In fact, I think there's going to be a lot of us that are going to be walking around with the I Survived t-shirts. I know I'm getting one, because this has been a tough ride for any of us. So while the market cycles, and we're all busy making money on the transactions that we have on the table, we have to continuously look forward as this industry evolves. There's no denying the impact that technology has had on our business today, and it will continue to have on our business tomorrow. While relationships are always going to be an integral part of the way in which this business is done, standing belly to belly with the buyer or seller and getting the transaction completed, technology has in fact changed the way in which we are engaging buyers and sellers and the way in which they are viewing the value that we bring to the table. I want you to think back for a moment to the beginning of the last decade, to the year 2000. One of the clear differentiators for us as professionals was information. We all garnered and protected our information as though it was like the secret recipe to success. We had various ways of filing our information, etc. And today, information, however, is available to every professional and every consumer. And having that information is no longer a differentiator. It's really nothing more than putting you on a level playing field with your competitors and with your customers. So to differentiate in today's competitive environment, it's about market knowledge. I call it feet on the street knowledge. And it's really knowing the nuances of a market and being able to deliver a knowledge-based solution for your client. There's a lot of golf played here in Southern California, so I thought a perfect analogy would be to use a golf analogy. Prior to any major tournament, I don't know if you know, but a caddy and a golfer walk and play a course multiple times. They take notes about every aspect of the course. They look at the turf, they look at the hazards, they even look at the direction of the way that the grass grows on the green. They look at what club selection to make based on the position of the ball. When the tournament begins, every golfer virtually has the same advantage. They all know the length of the hole, the wind speed, the layout of the hole, the position of the pin on the green. What they don't have without their proper due diligence or their feet on the street knowledge are the details, the exact placement for an approach shot, the overhang of a tree, and exactly what to avoid in order to put the ball right on the green and up close to the pin. Market information is available to everyone, but it is the combining of that market information with your knowledge that sets the clear differentiation between you and your competitors. I can tell you that in my 20-plus years of real estate experience, I have never been asked to refer an agent that sort of kind of knew a particular market. I have only been asked to ever refer the expert. And each of you needs to be an expert in your particular aspect of the business. I say that this differentiation that you have as an organization is Century 21. And I want you to think about this for a minute. You're backed by a brand that has just 6 months shy of 40 years of history in this industry. You are backed by an international real estate company that has 7,700 offices around the globe in 67 countries and over 100,000 sales professionals. You have an organization that provides resources and a platform that are second to none. And as David mentioned, I was with one of our competitor brands for the last year, and I can tell you they don't hold a candle to the platform that Century 21 has to offer. Exactly. And that is an insider's view. You're backed by a brand with the highest brand awareness in the industry, 97% consumer brand awareness. It is by far, by 5 full percentage points, the clear leader. And we have a top 3 position in brand preference. That's a pretty incredible statistic. You're backed by, when you combine the strength that we bring together along with our technology platform and our digital marketing initiatives, we have converted this market position to leads, and we have driven a significant number of leads out to our individual offices and our individual agents. In fact, in 2009 alone, we drove 670,000 leads directly to Century 21 agents throughout the United States, and over 2,500 of those leads came right here to your company. Yeah. That's a clear differentiator without a doubt. So when I think about Century 21, and I'm kind of getting the 2-minute mark, but I'm about 5 minutes from being done, so I'm just going to give you a heads up. Because when you say done, I won't be done. When I think about Century 21, and I think about the success of our organization and the success of our professionals, it got me thinking. What does it take to reach the pinnacle of success in the real estate business? We all look around at the most successful agents in our offices and even in our competitors' offices. And you got to admit, we're pretty envious of their success. What's really interesting, however, is that the top agent, while they may know that they're the envy of the office, they too are looking around at the marketplace at those that they envy. It may be the top agent in the company. It may be the top agent in the MLS. It may be the top agent in the region. And yes, it may even be the top agent in the country. And it really is that sense of never being satisfied that drives the most successful agents. That doesn't mean that they don't celebrate their successes along the way. They certainly do, and they should. But what it means is that they continue to strive every day for the next level of success. So what does it take to set you apart? Is it hard work? Is it better communication? Is it the amount of networking that these agents do? Is it the preparation for the next client assignment? Is it the execution on their current assignments? I think that if you spoke to them, they would say that it's a combination of all of those things, and that it's also how well they leverage the platform that is available to them. So the bottom line is, if you want to maximize your potential, then you've got to make a commitment, not only to your business, you have to make a commitment to yourself. You need to redevelop your plan. And if you don't have one, you better get one, because nothing will get accomplished unless it is written and you follow it on a day-to-day basis. You need to make a list of 5 things that you could be doing to work smarter